I'm in the street in the middle of Ponsonby screaming my ass off like, yes, Bloods, let's go Bloods.
Yeah.
I was screaming. Everybody was looking at me like legit. I was screaming like you have no idea how loud I was screaming.
Yeah. It's like, what is next? It's probably Bilal. If you ask me, Bilal makes the most sense.
Yeah.
But Usman, I watched the post-fight press conference. He just says he wants the next title shot. Like the winner of Islam and JDM, it's him. Welcome back to Blatancy. I am Kumiv. That is my brother Lucky. We're gonna be talking about King in the Ring. Was it light heavyweight?
Fuck, I don't know. Yeah, I think it was light heavyweight. Yeah.
It was. It's Blood Dymond's division, basically.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You already know. Big Blood.
You know what we'll do? We'll go the whole card in order. So everyone watching this knows Blood Dymond won, right? He three division king.
1000%.
So we know that. We'll do the breakdown in order, and we'll get to it. We'll end with the best.
Yeah.
Right. So opening the card was Ashton Harris versus Colin Tui.
Yeah.
Ashton's from Mataele Kickboxing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, Ashton is masterclass, bro.
Yeah. I didn't really pay too much attention to the fight, so it was on. I saw here bits here and there. I didn't watch. Yeah. I know Ashton won. I'm pretty sure he won.
Bro, he's fucking gangster.
Yeah,
he's gangster.
Yeah. So
that was a masterclass performance.
Much respect to Ashton Harris.
Good job.
Don't mean to just quickly glance over your fight. We didn't really watch it too much. Like not enough to have a full breakdown on it. So at least we just give our respects. You won. You did your thing. And
he had a gangster fight. It was a gangster stoppage. It was a good fight. Fucking gangster fight.
Congratulations. The next fight, we did watch this one because I know the guy.
Yeah.
So Quade Samuels fought Eddy Lenart. Eddy took this fight on short notice. And Quade was supposed to fight someone else. I don't know how short the notice was, but it was relatively short notice.
Yeah.
And
Quade got a stoppage as well, I think.
Quade got a stoppage so quick. He just hit him like 3-4 times, couple leg kicks, and then straight. Yeah. I think he did like a 3-2 knee, and the first one he got Eddy going ooh, and then the second one and he just completely shattered something in his.
Eddy Lenart is like fuck, man. He's a dog. Because he takes every fight. Like he never turns a fight down. This guy just fights anyone, man.
He's an animal.
Yeah. So shout out to Eddy Lenart for taking the fight. And obviously Quade Samuels, we already know. Like he's a fucking. He's an animal, bro. That guy's a gangster.
Yeah.
He's such a good fighter. So, good night for him. Easy win.
And he was the backup as well. He didn't need to fight, but he was the backup just in case. So he was ready. That means he was ready. He was ready to fight, in the tournament, which is cool. Which also I don't understand why they didn't put him in the tournament. If he was ready to be the backup, why wasn't he selected to be in the tournament?
But backup in case someone pulled out.
Yeah,
no one pulled out.
But might as well throw Quade in there, I'm not saying other guys don't deserve it, but it would have been cool to have.
Yeah,
Quade
I know, but how? Like, where are you gonna fit him in? Who's he? Like, how?
I know. That's what I said. And that's what I said. It's not. I'm not saying other guys didn't deserve to be on there, but it would have been cool to also maybe put Quade on there instead of someone else.
No.
And I don't know who to take out. All fights were great. I'm just saying, it would have been cool to have him in the tournament instead.
Maybe you can get on the next one.
Yeah, this was a good test for him, or good preparation. He must have prepared for a long one. But Quade, we'll get you on the podcast at some point, and we'll be cool to sit here and chat with you.
Yes, sir.
And hear your story. I know he's from South Africa, so to just hear what did he fight there? I don't know much about him, right? So it'll be cool to have Quade on.
Yeah.
If he's king, I'm sure he will be.
Yeah.
But congrats to Quade.
Quade. Shout out to Quade. Quade Samuels, go fight.
Good fight. All right. So toss Rameka. This is the first, I don't know what you call it, the quarterfinals.
Yeah.
For the light heavyweight tournament. So toss Rameka fought Blood Dymond. And Toss is a young guy. I don't know how old is he. He was like 24.
20, something like that. Yeah. 20 something. He's young.
Young. He didn't have many fights as well, and he tried his best. He looked good for a bit, but Blood Dymond was pressure.
And Bloods is just so patient and calm. He's so relaxed, doesn't breathe heavy. He's just it's just experience. Like he knows, he's been in there so much that he just knows how to move, and that's it. Just patient, just stood in a tight guard, waited. Caught him with the head kick as well.
He stepped back. He stepped back into southpaw and threw a left hand. The first knockdown, right? The first knockdown, and then. I can't remember what the second knockdown was.
The same thing again is that I think it was a jab.
Yeah.
Southpaw jab. Boom. Sat him down. And they said 2 knockdowns. The rules 2 knockdowns in a round, and that's it. That's the fight.
Yeah. I know it said that, but in the final fight, in the actual finals, Hayden Crawford got knocked down twice, but they didn't stop it.
Right, one round.
Yeah, in the same round, he got dropped twice in the same round. They stood him up.
Oh yeah.
And then he got head kick and drop, and the ref was still given an 8 count.
Yeah, I think the final round, fuck it, why not?
Yeah, I think they just give.
You're already there, you know what I mean? It's the last one. Fuck it, why not?
Yeah, because fighters have. I think it's the King of the Ring specific rule where if it's not the final, it's a 2 knockdown in each round, or is it all the?
I don't know, but I know it's like
because I've seen people get knocked out multiple times in a single round. Nothing happens. They don't stop the fight.
Nah, no. In kickboxing, I think it's like 2 or 3. Even with me as well in the back, the ref will tell you 2 knockdowns and we're calling it off.
Yeah.
I think max might be 3.
Yeah.
3. The third one it's like it's finished.
Yeah.
They're not even gonna count.
Yeah.
It's over.
But anyways, Toss did what he could, but he got stopped in the first round. 2 knockdowns.
But still, like it's a tall task to us, to fight Bloods. It's not easy, bro. So but Bloods did good. Bloods patient and quick, easy.
You got the KO.
Easy KO for him and for the first quarterfinal fight, and then moved on into the semis.
Yeah.
Vintage Blood Diamond, man. Just vintage Blood Diamond. He came out southpaw.
Yeah.
He was chopping that leg. From southpaw and just staying patient, staying in that tight guard, and then boom, just caught him with the left hand, and caught him with the jab, and that was it.
Yeah. Okay, let's move on. Congrats to Bloods on that one. Let's move on to Matt Eden fought Mandela Ale.
Yeah.
And I'll be honest, Mandela Ale was like fucking piecing him up. He was actually like winning the whole fight.
I know, respectfully to Matt Eden, I feel like Mandela won that fight.
Yeah, it was close.
Yeah, even Mike Ango said as well the same thing on commentary. So
Yeah.
I'm not just being a dick. Even the commentators saw it that way.
Yeah.
Mike Ango said as well. It's like Mandela definitely won that fight.
So to me, Mandela won round 1 and round 2.
2-1, yeah.
Yeah, round 1 and round 2. It was very obvious he won. To be fair, right? Round 1, Mandela completely won the fight. It was very obvious.
Yeah.
Round 2. The first half, maybe a little bit more than the first half, Mandela won, and then towards the end, the later part of the second round, Matt Eden started to put together combinations, and he started to get his wind. He started to come into the fight, and that carried over to the third round, where he started piecing up that leg. He started landing a few punches here and there, and he started to rock. He started to hurt Ale. Ale was like moving backwards a little bit. He got hurt. He got hurt a couple times. His leg was messed up. So just on that alone, I think the judges were like, okay, we'll give it to him.
Yeah. But that's just not being trying to be disrespectful. And I think still either man that went through still deserved it, But just from watching from my point of view, I just thought Mandela did enough to win that fight. But all good. Matt Eden won, so he moved on into the semis. So that was another great fight. This was another great fight as well. Matt Eden fighting Mandela. That was a gangster fight.
Yeah, this was actually a good fight.
This was a fire fight,
And Mandela Ale showed skill, man. It would have been interesting to see if he went forward. Obviously, Matt Eden did his thing.
Yeah, Matt Eden went through some adversity. He came back and came back in that third round. He came back. He had a good comeback. Had a really good comeback.
So it's not like he got destroyed. Like
he didn't get destroyed. Yeah, he came back in that third round. He had a very good third round. Very good third round.
So congrats to Matt Eden for winning that fight. We have to look at it as each fight is he won a single fight. Like I feel like a lot of the times people will be like, he won that fight, sure, move on to the next one. You know what I mean? Like,
fuck it. You're fighting 3 people one night, bro. Like, that's crazy.
Winning a fight alone, we're still winning a fight.
It's only a big thing, So he won that fight, he moved on to the semis.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And this was one of the most, the next fight is the one I was very, very excited for because both were killers.
Yeah.
Right?
Both Hayden Crawford, young killer, young hungry prospects.
Yeah, Hayden Crawford fought Tokomaru Taylor.
Yeah.
And man. Hayden Crawford, I didn't know who he was exactly, but I could tell he was a killer. I saw some clips of him on Instagram.
Yeah, he's fucking good.
And I know Tokomaru Taylor from the fight he had with the tag team fight with it was him and Jake McCowett versus Ashia and I know the guy. It's not coming to me now. I know the guy. I've chatted with him on DM through Blatancy.
Oh man.
That's right. With all due respect to that brother, I can't remember his name right now.
Yeah, I know the brother's name. I forget. Like he's got a very unique name, Arabic name. Right?
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, I forget his name. Yeah.
But anyways, so Tokomaru Taylor won that tag team match with
Is
Jake
it Tessium, something like that?
Halem test fight.
Halem
test fight.
Halem.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
So Ashia and Halem versus Tokomaru and Jake McCowett.
Yeah.
And Tokomaru won.
Yeah.
And Tokomaru has his boxing leg, very much like Ilya Tuporia. Tokomaru Taylor's style is very exciting to watch. Because I don't know, I like that boxing kind of Ilya Topuria style. It's just fucking sick to watch.
Yeah.
But Hayden Crawford did his thing.
Yeah.
From the outside.
Fight. But man, Tokomaru has a lot of experience, man.
Yeah.
For someone that's only 21 years old, he had like 30 something fights.
Yeah, which is
almost
crazy.
40 fights. That's crazy.
Yeah.
But 21-year-olds have like 40 professional fights.
Yeah.
That's fucking crazy. But this was a banger scrap. This was a scrap,
This was a back and forth.
Yeah, this was a fucking banger scrap. So these boys put it on. Like Hayden Crawford looked great, Tokomaru looked fucking good, but in the end I felt like Hayden did enough to win that fight.
Oh yeah, Hayden stopped him, right?
Yeah. Hayden stopped him with the knee. Sorry, I forgot about that. Yeah.
So Hayden, it was tricky, right? Because it looked like it hit the nut, not the nut, it hit the cup.
Hit the nut. Well, which nut did it hit? The left or the right nut?
It looked like it hit the cup. The knee looked like it hit the cup, but also it looked like it landed on the lower part of the stomach.
I feel like he got into the stomach right by the belt line.
But Tokomaru was already
he was
done.
already like he was feeling it. His body
Hayden
was hurting.
on him the whole time. Hayden was
those
on
knees
him.
was getting him, man. He was feeling it. He was feeling it.
Hayden is so good, man.
Yeah, he's fucking good.
Yeah, if Bloods wasn't in the tournament, he would have been king of the ring champ.
I think so.
Yeah,
I would say so.
He was it was, to me, right, excluding Bloods, obviously Bloods is a separate category.
Yeah.
Excluding Bloods, it was Hayden and Tokomaru the two next best. If you ask me, I felt like these two had the highest chance compared to everyone else. And this is just personal opinion. Don't come at me, right? Chill. I felt, obviously, I thought Bloods was gonna win.
Yeah.
The whole time I thought Bloods was gonna win.
Yeah.
Let me put that out there again before everyone.
I obviously knew Bloods was gonna win this shit.
But I'm saying, if Bloods wasn't there, I thought it was one of these guys.
Yeah.
And then these guys got matched up, and I'm like, oh shit. But anyways, congrats to Hayden Crawford.
Yeah.
He did his thing, and he beat Tokomaru Taylor, who's experienced, who had way more experience than him, by the way. Tokomaru had 13 fights coming in, and sorry, not Tokomaru. Hayden Crawford had 13 fights coming in, and Hayden had 30 fights. Yeah. You know, so he beat someone with twice more experience than he does. So congrats to him. Let's move on.
So he moved on. So Hayden moved on to what, semis? Yeah.
Yeah. Is it semis? Semis. Yeah. Semifinals.
Semis,
yeah. And then Chris Eades fought Damon Maireroa.
Yeah.
And I'll be honest, I didn't know who Chris Eades was before this. Right? I had no idea who he was.
Yeah, I kind of had an idea. I kind of felt like he would be related to Jamie Eades. Yeah. Who fought on King of the Ring, who was one of the Kyokushin champions and whatnot.
Yeah.
Because obviously I followed Izzy's career for so long, so he fought Izzy on King of the Ring and whatnot. So Jamie Eades, he's Jamie Eades' little brother. Right. Chris Eades, and they're all from Kyokushin background, the karate background of Kyokushin.
Yeah.
That's why he has such great kicks.
Yeah. So when they were walking out, like Damon Maireroa looked a lot more like confident, ready, and in shape, and Chris Eades. And again, I was just judging book by its cover. I was like, okay, Chris Eades. He didn't look like he was gonna, you know what I mean? With all due respect, like he didn't look like he was gonna go and then do what he did, you know. So I was like, oh, Damon Maireroa got this. I didn't know who either one of them was. I was just going off of just appearance from them walking out. Yeah. And then when it started, Chris Eades has this awkward Blood Diamond style, but he's on you, kicking the inside leg.
His pressure is crazy and his kicks is crazy.
Yeah. He's just constantly jab, inside leg kick, outside kick the body, kick the arm, kick the body, kick the leg.
And those kicks, they don't look like much, but they fucking hurt, bro.
I know.
They fucking hurt, and he just accumulates the volume.
Yeah, constantly.
He's just touching you, pop. It's almost like using it like a jab. Like he's just constantly fucking jabbing you, but he's kicking your leg. That's how he uses his kicks, like a jab. So just constantly fucking your legs up.
And he did that for all 3 rounds. Yeah. He got dropped bad as well.
Yeah.
He fell down and he was like kind of like stiff.
Yeah, he came back, bro. This guy's a dog, bro. Chris Eades is a fucking animal. This guy's a fucking animal. I don't know. He's like Terminator. This guy went down, came back, and he just started walking you down.
And then he continued. He continued like normal.
Yeah.
Like nothing happened.
And he just kept walking him down and just kicking, kick, body kick, head kick.
Also, I just want to say, Damon Maireroa was doing good. Let me just say.
He did great.
He was matching the same level as well. But I was more surprised with Chris Eades because I didn't know who he was. And I was like, oh shit, he's actually fucking coming. Like, he's actually doing so well, you know?
Yeah.
Damon Maireroa did good. He literally hit him with I forget, it was 1-2.
Right, I think a right hand, yeah.
Yeah.
Even Colin with another right hand after he had really good hand, man. His right hand was fucking money.
But it's just the pressure. The pressure really, oh man, it was too much pressure, you know? Too much.
Chris Eades just walks you down, bro. Walk down. I've never seen him fight before either, to be honest.
Same.
This is my first time seeing him fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I knew as soon as I heard the name Eades, I was like, I know he's gonna be a good kicker. That's what I knew.
Yeah,
his kicks were gonna be money. So yeah, in the end, Chris Eades won.
Congrats to him.
So he moved into the semis as well.
Yeah. So and then okay, well yeah. So that's the end of the quarterfinals.
Yeah.
And now it's just the super fights. The I guess sort of filler fights in between the tournament fights.
Yeah, the super fights in between.
So this was Johnny Boy Dymond fought Sioeli Lavemai.
Yeah, Lavemai.
Who's from ETK. And I'm not sure where Johnny Boy is from. But I'll be honest, I didn't particularly watch this fight. I did see it on. I did see a lot of good exchanges, good back and forth.
This was a good fight, man.
Very close.
Yeah.
Very close fight. Like Johnny Boy did good. Like the pressure was good, but it was relatively close. And I even saw a few comments on Instagram. A lot of people were saying like relatively close fight. Some people were saying robbery, and all that. You know, like there was a lot of discourse.
This was a very good fight, man. Very good matchup.
Johnny Boy took the victory. He beat Sioeli.
Yeah.
But I didn't watch it enough for me to give you a thorough breakdown, unfortunately, with all due respect, you know. But congrats to Johnny Boy.
Yeah, Johnny Boy won that. But it was a good fight. I watched it. It was a good fight, man. Good back and forth.
Yeah.
They both just going at each other back and forth. But yeah, Johnny Boy. The judge gave it to Johnny Boy, so Johnny Boy won.
He did his thing.
Yeah, good fight. Good fight from these guys.
Yeah. Congrats to both of them for a great fight. Now we'll move on. This is the semifinals, and it opened up with Blood Dymond fighting Matt Eden. And again, Blood Dymond, vintage Blood Dymond came out, did his thing.
Yeah.
Touch, move.
Blood's kept, man. Oh,
and then he head kicked him, and he finished the fight. Yeah. And it's crazy, right? You know, one thing I wanted to say, we've watched so many King of the Ring so far. There's not a lot of knockouts in the King of the Ring tournaments, right? The last one that I can remember that was significant, at least, like proper. I'm saying like proper KO. Is when Alejandro head kicked the guy and slapped him. I don't know if you remember.
Oh, yeah.
Like that kind of KOs is very rare you see in the King of the Ring tournaments, right? It's all generally decisions or like body shot TKO or something like that, right? Blood Dymond back to back now, right? He
first round KOs.
Yeah, first round KOs and like proper. The guy fell down. It was a little like whoa, you know. I mean the first fight didn't really. It wasn't a KO. It was mostly a KO for a 2 knockdown, But the second one, he fully like Matt. With all due respect, Matt got dropped.
Yeah, he got dropped back with the head kick. I think he got back up. He got back up, and then Bloods finished him with the hands.
Yeah.
Against the rope, boom. That's it. Knocked him out, and that was it. Over with. Bloods was. You just knew from once he beat him that first fight. Once he beat Toss. Yeah. I knew, man. He's on. He's not losing tonight. Tonight he is not fucking losing, bro. And I told you, man. Bloods is gonna be the 3-time tonight. Yeah. And this just proved it, bro. I was losing my mind when I saw him head kick him. I was like, oh shit.
I know.
Bro.
It was good, man.
I'm so happy for Bloods, but this was a good fight. Good finish by Bloods. First round, just showing why he is who he is. Just showing that there's levels to this game and that he's still on the top of the game. But I think he's like 37, 38 years old, bro. Like he's
36.
36? Yeah, 36 years old. Like showing like, bro, I can beat the guys that have the experience, that are on my level or close to, and the young hungry prospects, I can beat them too. Like fuck. But yeah, anyway, Bloods won this one.
Yeah.
Won the same. Yeah, congrats to Bloods.
2 fights in a row, 2 KOs so
2 KOs. Moved into the finals.
Yeah. And then Hayden Crawford takes on Chris Eades now in the next fight. Right? And this was Chris Eades was doing his thing, but Hayden Crawford came out a little bit more smart, a little bit more smart.
And only smart. I think he was having trouble with Chris Eades' style and his pressure and his kicks.
It was either
his
round,
kicks was bothering him. Like his leg was fucked.
But there was a round. There was, I want to say round 1. Oh no, I think round 1 Chris Eades won, did he?
Yeah, I think so. It was very close. I felt like could have.
Round 2 Chris Eades won. I can't remember, but I remember there was a round where Hayden Crawford, I was telling you as well, Hayden, don't sit in the pocket with Chris, stay outside, right? Yeah. If you're engaging in a brawl, that's what Chris wants. He wants that inside, dog you out, and kind of thing. And I think Chris Eades won the first round. He pressure, and Hayden was trying to meet that pressure.
Yeah, because Hayden did good when he's pressing forward.
Yeah, and then the second round comes is when Hayden now was on the outside, jabbing and snapping Chris Eades' head back. And
his jab was money, but his jab was money. So Hayden was just picking him apart from the outside, but he's still coming. I think the third round was where more he played on the outside a lot more, and that's how he was. But in the second round, he was still trying to come in and get it close. And Chris Eades, man, like those kicks is crazy. Like in the pocket, just like Bloods in the pocket, it just boom, the head kick will come up top.
Yeah.
And he was just chopping that leg down, man. Like Chris Eades kicks, his output was insane. Yeah. This guy's output is insane. He just kept throwing without giving a fuck. Like he's like, I'm oh bro, animal. Like I don't know how you do that. Yeah. Like how do you fight like that? It's like where it's all heart, bro. Yeah. There's so much heart, and Hayden as well, so much heart because his nose was busted up. His face was busted up, but he kept coming forward, kept touching him, kept ripping to the body, throwing those twos to the body, and just using his jab.
He does that jumping knee as well.
Yeah, he tried doing the jumping knee, but he kept missing.
He does an interesting jumping knee though. He doesn't do a flying knee to your face. He does a flying knee to the body.
Yeah.
You know, which is interesting. I don't know if he's trying to go for the face, but he keeps messing it up in the moment, in the heat of the moment, and goes to the body.
But in this fight, when he kept doing the jumping knee, he kept missing the mark. Yeah, he was throwing it, but he kept missing. But yeah, in the end, Hayden Crawford won all 3 rounds, I think.
Yeah.
Oh no, 2 rounds, 2 to 1.
At least, yeah.
But that third round was very nice. He just stayed on the outside, jabbed him. But Chris Eades, dog for and so much heart to keep pressing forward regardless.
Yeah.
And just like man, when I saw that, I was like, man, that's like
and go now they're going into the final, right? So Hayden Crawford won, and going into the final, what's his name? Hayden Crawford had 2 back-to-back relatively
like wars, pretty much.
Not wars, but competitive fights, right? Obviously the Tokomaru one was pretty one-sided if you ask me, because it was still a lot of exchanges, but it was obvious Hayden was winning. The Chris Eades one was quite a war.
That was a war, man. That's where you got
definitely
busted
some
up.
Bumps and bruises.
His face was busted up. His leg was definitely hurting.
And Blood so far barely took a scratch.
Didn't take any damage,
and he got 2 first-round KOs and going to the finals, right?
Yeah.
So it was already interesting. When I was watching, I was, this is actually going to be quite interesting now to see how Hayden... Because he has to wait some time, because there's going to be 2 fights after this. There's some time, and then that's when the swelling starts to kick in on your legs, on your shin, on your face, on your nose. And now to overcome that and fight someone as fresh as Bloods in the final is an interesting thing, right? But and then I'll get to that once we start talking about their fight. But anyways, Hayden Crawford beat Chris Eades.
Chris Eades, and he moved on to the finals.
And then there were 2 fights before the actual final, so there were 2 super fights. Again, with all due respect, my intentions watching the King of the Ring this time around, because we weren't there live, we were watching it at home. When it was not the tournament fights, I was just like on my phone. I wasn't really like trying to pay attention too much to it.
I was on my way to work, so I didn't watch much of it. So like I was glancing over. I did watch the Kayl Burke versus Zion Perry fight, because I knew who Zion Perry was when he fought Alejandro on the Lights Out fight series. Zion Perry looked absolutely dominant this time around, but also it's also a factor because Kayl Burke took this fight on 12 hours notice. So he didn't come in there fully prepared. But so shout out to Kayl Burke for taking that fight as well. On short notice and putting it on the line.
Exactly. Fully on the line. Where is he from? Is he from Combat Center? Oh no. Combat Center. He's that guy's teammate. AJ. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure he's from Combat Center and he's AJ Foster's teammate. And Zion Perry looked absolutely dominant. I'm pretty sure this one's a decision. And he made it till the final bell. But he got tired. He looked really sharp in the first round though, feinting and moving and all that. And Zion Perry has this very like, all right, whatever, bro. I'm gonna like when Izzy was fighting Sean Strickland that first round. When Izzy was like that confidence on his look, where I'm gonna get you. Zion Perry had that as well. He has this kind of like very like, I don't know, very loosey-goosey kind of flamboyant sort of style, right? Zion Perry. And just the confidence on Zion's face, man. Like, you knew, like, he knows he's going to get this guy out of here. And Kayl looked good first round. He looked actually pretty good. There were a lot of good exchanges, a lot of good movement. But then the gas tank really wasn't there, and he started to get hurt quite a bit. And dominant win for Zion Perry, though. So congrats to Zion Perry.
Yeah, well done.
And shout out to Kayl.
Shout out to Kayl too. It's
a ballsy move to be like, all right, tomorrow I'm fighting, and you weren't preparing to fight.
That's a gangster move, man. That's a gangster move. So shout out to him for stepping up.
And it's not taking some random shin pad fight. You're fighting Zion Perry.
Zion Perry. This
King of the Ring.
Yeah, it's not no easy fight. So shout out to him for stepping up, man.
Exactly.
Shout out.
And then this one,
I caught this fight.
Yeah.
Fuck, this fight was gangster.
Tonga. I'm pretty sure it's Tonga, right?
Tonga Mataele.
The tall guy.
Yeah, tall guy. Yeah, Tonga.
I read a few comments and I read a few people talk about it. People consider him one of the best heavyweights in New Zealand.
Yeah, definitely. I think so because we seen him fight before. We seen Tonga fight. Remember?
Yeah, I remember.
He had a crazy fight with one of the heavyweight guys.
Yeah, one of the like. Really
Remember? And that guy was doing good with the Elite Eights. Remember? But Tonga improved from that fight to here. He improved heaps, man. Like he's so sharp. His teeps, his head kicks, and his jab, his hand speed combinations was gangster, bro. So Tonga came out sharp, and he was landing on Sika. Sika was a bit patient, moving around, trying to figure out what to do. I think Tonga dropped him in that first round. He got a drop, and then I think Sika got a standing 8, and then he woke up. It was kind of like Sika woke up and he started walking him down, started chopping the leg and going. But overall, I feel like Tonga just did his thing, kept using those teams.
That third round, those final exchanges was
holy
crazy.
Shit,
Everyone was
bro.
on their feet, clapping and losing
That's
their
the thing
minds.
with this super heavyweights fight, man. These guys always put it on the line. So Sika and Tonga, man, fucking beautiful fight. That was gangster, bro.
Much respect to both.
That was exciting as fuck. That was one of the most exciting fights. So shout out to these boys, man. Shout out to putting it on the line and making an interesting gangster fight. Sorry, big ups to Tonga. Yeah, go win for Tonga.
Yeah. All right. We'll move on to the next fight.
Let's go.
So it is.
Let's go.
The
3-time, baby.
This is the finals.
Yeah.
And it's Blood Diamond versus Hayden Crawford. If you're watching this, you already know the results.
Yeah.
So, you know what? One thing. I'll start a little bit because I caught it quite a bit. And the one thing I was quite nervous a little bit for Bloods. I'll be honest. I was like, Hayden Crawford's really tall, really big in stature wise, and I was thinking Bloods leaves himself quite open, with his awkward sort of style, and I thought Hayden will have that flying knee, I was like, fuck, he might actually get him. But I'm saying going into they're walking out and stuff, and
but I wasn't worried because you have to remember Blood's experience is so high.
I know.
He will see all of it coming.
I know.
It's not nothing he hasn't seen. But when the first round started, Bloods went out he went for him, bro. This was his moment. Bloods was there. This is it. I'm gonna win this shot. I'm leaving it all in here.
Yeah, it's from the bell,
fire.
He just went like a dog at him. He didn't care anymore.
Yeah,
none of this feel.
Exactly. That was it. You could tell this is it. He's here. I'm like, this is my shit. I'm taking it.
Yeah.
And Bloods went out there fucking all out, bro, and just started throwing, letting go.
Insane. He actually started to
he brought the fight to him. That's it. And I think I can see the mentality. I can see it in his head nah, this is my shit. I'm gonna take it. I'm not here to play it. I'm not gonna play the game. I'm gonna take it. I'm here to take that belt. And he went in there and he took it.
Yeah. And because first round Bloods did alright. Pressure. He did all that. Hayden survived quite a good. Landed some big strikes here and there.
Yeah.
Round 2 was relatively close.
Yeah.
I think Hayden might have won that
round. Yeah, that was a tough round.
Yeah.
I was watching it.
Because Blood the fatigue started to kick in a little bit.
They started clinching up a little bit.
And also, Hayden was meeting fire with fire. He wasn't just covering.
Of course,
He was also exchanging it.
He was trying to get in the exchange.
He also went wild because he had to, right? And then the second round, Hayden did quite well.
Yeah.
I don't know if Bloods got rocked or if he just took a step back at one point just to catch his breath. But Hayden landed a big.
I think he hurt him a little bit, and Bloods clinched up with him.
Bloods walked back like that, walked back to the rope,
and then clinched up on him.
Yeah,
I remember that.
I don't know if he was just exhausted from extending.
I don't know. Maybe it hurt him a little bit. Maybe
I think he hurt him. I'm saying he hurt him, but I don't know for sure.
But yeah.
And so I think just in that exchange alone and a few other exchanges, Hayden might have won the second round.
You could say 1-1 going into the finals.
Going to the third.
But at the end of the scorecard, it didn't matter.
And also, Bloods got cut as well, I think.
Yeah, his eye got cut. Remember that?
When the doctors came, I was like, bro, y'all better not.
Yeah, they're not gonna stop it. I knew in my mind Blood's gonna be like, fuck all that. You're not stopping this shit.
But because the thing was right above his eyelid or some shit. It was right here. I was like, they're probably gonna go nah. Oh, I was thinking because that was in the first round he got cut. Yeah. And then I was thinking, maybe in the second or third it might get worse and they'll stop it and it's like a shit way to end. Right. I was getting scared a little bit, but okay, let's talk about the finishing sequence. Right? Oh my god. Let's talk about third round, not finishing sequence. Third round. So, again, they kept going back and forth. Matter of fact, third round, they Bloods threw even more.
Yeah, even more. He came out harder.
I'll be honest. I would say this is quite close. Yeah. That few minutes in the first round, few exchanges, I was like, this is close. Yeah. Hayden could be winning this or whatever. I don't know, right? And then out of nowhere, Boom! I see Hayden hit the
mat.
I jumped out of my chair. My fucking chair flew away. I was like, that's it. That's it.
I lost my mind because what happened was I was holding the phone in my hand. I was at work. I was watching the stream.
Yeah.
And I'm walking and it was fucking raining.
Yeah.
And the rain was pouring. I'm like probably like 2 minutes away from work, and I'm watching. I'm trying to get through this rain. I looked down and all I saw was boom! Yeah. Blood fucking kicked him in the head.
Yeah.
And that was it. That was it. He was on the fucking mat. I was like, oh! Yeah. I was screaming on the street, bro. Everybody was looking at me like, what the fuck? I'm in the street in the middle of Ponsonby screaming my ass off like, yes! Bloods! Let's go, Bloods!
Yeah.
I was screaming. Everybody was looking at me like, legit, I was screaming. Like, you have no idea how loud I was screaming.
Yeah.
And obviously the bouncers and shit knew I was watching it, but everybody else on the street, the restaurants, they were sitting outside, they looking at me like I was fucking crazy. I'm like, let's fucking go, Bloods! Yeah. Oh man, I was so fucking happy when I saw that. And Bloods did that shit. I was like,
you know what's crazy? I didn't even notice he did that. Like he, as soon as he kicked him in the head,
he straight away, immediately he knew it's done, it's over. Fuck, that finishing sequence,
congrats to Blood Diamond.
That shit was like a movie.
Yeah.
Like, let me. Oh fuck, I need to show you this really quickly. It's only like 4 or 5 seconds. Hold up. Right here. Look, this shit is like a movie. Wait.
Yeah, immediately.
Wait. I don't know, but look at this whole scene. It's like a movie. Wait. That's just like a movie, bro. Look at that.
Yeah, the quality of it.
Yeah, the quality of it. The way he hit him, he dropped, and then they turned down to the canvas, and this guy's like down. It looks like it's a movie.
Yeah.
It looks like a scene from a movie, but this is real life. Yeah. You can't script this shit, dog. Yeah. Blood fucking Dymond. 3-time King of the Ring champion.
3-division King of the Ring
3
champion.
division as well. Fuck.
Yeah, insane.
2014, 2020, 2025.
Yeah.
Let's fucking go, bro.
Insane.
Defying the odds too. Look at the years in between.
Yeah.
2014, then 6 years later he won the second King of the Ring, and then another 5 years later he won his third King of the Ring. Like, come on, bro. Like,
and also, did you see that photo where it's Blood Diamond, Israel Adesanya, and Nikora?
Yeah.
All 3 of them won it 3 times.
3 times, yeah.
It's crazy.
Izzy was the first one to win it 3 times in 2 divisions.
Yeah.
Then Nikora won it 3 times in the same division.
Yeah.
And Bloods won it 3 times in 3 different divisions.
Yeah. Insane.
That's insane.
And what's crazy too, they're all from the same gym.
Yeah, all from the same gym, and they're all 3-time King of the Ring champions.
It's actually pretty
from City Kickboxing.
Yeah.
And it's just a testament to who Blood Diamond is, man.
Yeah.
It's a testament to who Blood Diamond is, the work, the years that he has put into the game.
Yeah.
Like, man, I was so fucking inspired after watching that shit, bro. Like,
it was awesome,
man. And it's inspiring for everybody else who's like 36, who's in that age bracket, to know that you still have so much more left in the tank. Like, what you can, because sometimes that, like, once you're 35, 36, they're like, oh yeah, you're pretty much like you're at the end of your career, it's finished. Nah, he just came and showed I'm beating the young hungry prospects that are supposed to win this shit. I'm in here and I can beat all of them and make it look easy, Yeah. Obviously, Hayden Crawford wasn't easy, but you know what I mean. But you get what I'm saying. Like, you make it look like it's possible. So now it makes me, I'm 31. It makes me think that fuck, I got so many more years left in the tank.
Yeah.
For the game, So fuck, man, the way Blood celebrated was fuck.
And
insane.
What he said as well after, like, in his post-fight speech, like, he doesn't care about the belts and all that. He was doing this so that he can get his mother to New Zealand, and I understood that as well, because the 10 grand that you win, he can use that to bring in, the visa cost. It's quite expensive for the visa, the English courses, the flights, and all that. So it's quite expensive to get a family member, because Yogi, like, our sister was trying to get our mother here as well, so there was a lot of. It's quite a difficult process to bring parents abroad to New Zealand.
And you could see it in the fights. You could see it.
Yeah, he was fighting for for
his family, for his mom. He was fighting for his mom, and you could tell in that third round, he's like, "Fuck this! No one on that night was gonna stop Bloods from winning that title and winning that money.
Yeah,
not a single person was gonna stop Bloods that night. Yeah.
So he did his thing, man.
Yeah.
Congrats
shout out to Blood, man. I'm so happy, and
awesome.
Congratulations, brother. Congratulations. Yeah. Fucking proud of you, Bloods. Let's go.
And that was another King of the Ring wrapped up.
Another King of the Ring wrapped up. Shout out to Jason and Anna Sari for putting it on. Yep. Every fucking time. King of the Ring delivers every single time. Every time. They've not missed.
Yeah.
And they're giving all these fighters these platforms to come on and showcase their skills. And for years, they've been feeding the streets for years, bro. King of the Ring's been feeding us for years.
Yeah.
You know, and another excellent night of great fights, great fighters. Everyone put it on the line. Yeah. And yeah, I'm just grateful to have promotions like that in Auckland, you know, to go watch these fights, watch these talents. So shout out to King of the Ring. And thank you to Anna and Jason Society for putting these on for us.
Absolutely. It was a great night. I had a good time. And I don't know if this was less in terms of how many fights were on the card. I don't know if it's more or less, but it felt relatively quick, and it the pacing was good. I liked.
Yeah, the pacing was nice. It wasn't too late. It wasn't until like usually midnight. Because
normally,
or later.
Man, those CSN ads just run forever. Yeah, like you're waiting and waiting and waiting. It just feels like when is the next fight?
This time was nice. It was finished at a good time around 9-10 o'clock, and it ended. Usually it's like midnight almost, but this was great. This was perfect. Yeah, nice and easy night. All the fights were exciting. Yeah, fucking great night, beautiful night. Another King of the Ring in the bag. Okay,
so that's for King of the Ring. We'll just talk about one UFC fight because this was also, speaking of Blood Diamond winning, there is another fighter that people considered washed out, lost a few and all that. That you know had no chance of winning and is all gone. Is Kamaru Usman fought
the Nigerian Nightmare. Let's go.
And he came back and he beat he didn't beat the fuck out of Buckley, but he
pretty much beat the fuck out of him.
Dominated Buckley, pillar to post, up until that 5th round. Even the 5th round, he did enough to win. Yeah. And Kamaru Usman, man, he's still the guy.
He's still that guy. Boogeyman. He's the fucking boogeyman. People forgot. Like people write him off. People forgot. Man. People forgot who he was. Now you remember. He reminded them who he is. Yeah. And obviously you're not gonna get that same Kamaru Usman off of like just a comeback fight. You know, like obviously you gotta get his feet wet again. But this shows you like his first fight back, and he looks like this. Now he's already shake that off. Wait till you see the second and third fight that he gets. Fuck, he'll be back to like who he was in no time. And I truly believe he'll become two-time welterweight champion. Yeah, I feel like he can give a run to JDM and or Islam for and beat them.
Does that? I mean, if he gets the fight, sure, right? If he gets the fight, it'll be an interesting matchup. So that's what I actually wanted to talk about because I'm sure everyone's seen the Kamaru Usman fight. We saw what happened. We don't have to give a whole breakdown. Yeah. The more interesting conversation is what's next because welterweight is so fucking stacked out of nowhere. Since JDM became champion, it's all of a sudden it's now like so many millions of fights you can make, right? And if Joaquin Buckley won, it would have been like okay. We know what could be next. You know, it could be Ian Gary. There's a few fights that he could do next. Carlos Prates, whatever. But since it's a name like Kamaru Usman now back in the winning column, and Usman's still top 5 in welterweight, it's like, what is next? It's probably Bilal. If you ask me, Bilal makes the most sense. Yeah. But Usman, I watched the post-fight press conference. He just says he wants the next title shot. Like the winner of Islam and JDM, it's him. Yeah. And he even gave his own matchmaking. He said Joaquin Buckley can fight Carlos Prates or Ian Gary. Shavkat can fight... Who did he say Shavkat can fight? Oh, Shavkat can fight Sean Brady, and he will fight the winner of JDM and Islam. And I'm sitting there like...
I think they'll make that happen.
It kind of makes sense because Shavkat needs one more fight before he can get a title shot. It's been too long since his last win over Ian Gary. Like, so much has happened since then. It's like you can't now just have him sit around for so long and then give him a title shot. Like, you can't do that. So Shavkat needs another fight. And then the Sean Brady's kind of there as well, waiting in line. So it makes sense for Shavkat to fight Sean Brady. And Ian Gary... Who did Ian Gary beat? Oh, Carlos Prates, right? Ian Gary beat Carlos Prates. And he's kind of in there as well. Ian Gary needs another fight. So Ian Gary could take Joaquin. But actually, you know what? Ian Gary might take Usman. Makes more sense now that I say it out loud. And then in that interim, while Ian Gary is fighting Usman and Shavkat's fighting Sean Brady, Islam will fight JDM. And whoever wins that will get the winner of whoever wins whatever's going on here, you know? So it's like, it's interesting. There's so much that can happen.
But it's interesting to see what UFC is gonna do.
But I think the most obvious is Bilal Muhammad.
Yeah. I think Kamaru fight Bilal Muhammad and then get the title shot.
Yeah, exactly. If he, but also that is if he can beat Bilal. Bilal is not an easy task.
But I think he can.
Bilal still looked fucking good against JDM.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
Think about what if he does
Bilal
that.
Looks like a dog, But Kamaru is just coming back. It's only his first fight.
Yeah.
Now he's shake the jitters off, shake the rust, like
he got
rust,
the monkey off his back.
Yeah, he got the monkey off his back, and now
I swear, it's such a fucking wild thing to say after you beat Joaquin. It's like it almost sounds racist, you know, like now that I got this monkey on my back. Like, I was like, wait, what are you talking about,
That's
bro?
basically what he meant, bro.
No, but yeah, I'd love to see. I won't fuck.
Yeah, Usman Bilal will be a gangster fight to see. I'd love to see that fight.
I want to see Usman versus Bilal as well. But anyways, that's it. My name is Kumiv. That is Lucky.